Hello, welcome to Sobrix. I'm Adam and this is Sobrix. This is my channel for reviewing Lego sets and building them and other Lego related stuff. In this video, I'm going to be taking a look at the Lego Marvel Spider-Man and Ghost Rider versus Carnage. This is set number 76173. It has 212 pieces, and I paid $30 for this set. Now, this is a retired set, I believe. I think on a major online retailer, I saw this for like $40. On Bricklink, I think you could get them for maybe $25, still sealed. This one is still sealed. I saw it in a store. Hadn't seen this set, at least not in a while, and I don't own it. I don't have a Carnage minifigure. I have a Ghost Rider from the Ghost Rider mech, but for some reason I feel like it's different than this one, and I like vehicle builds. This looked kind of interesting, so I wanted to take a look at this set, and when I saw it at the store, I thought I had to pick it up. So in this video, I'm going to open this up, I'm going to put all of this together, and then I'm going to share my thoughts on it. So while I build, I will speed the video up, and then I'll slow it back down to review this set. So until then, enjoy! Okay, so while we look at the build for this Lego Marvel Spider-Man and Ghost Rider vs. Carnage set, I just wanted to say thank you for watching, and to remind you that if you like this video, please consider clicking the thumbs up and giving it a like, and if you like my other videos, please consider clicking the subscribe button so you can stay up to date on all the Lego videos I'll be doing here in the future. All of that stuff really helps me, so it is very appreciated, and it's a nice way to show support, so thank you very much. It helps the channel a lot, so I'm very grateful. Thank you. And now back to the rest of the build for this Lego Marvel Spider-Man and Ghost Rider vs. Carnage set, and then on to my review for this set. Okay, so that is this Lego Marvel Spider-Man and Ghost Rider versus Carnage set. This is terrific. This is an awesome set. I believe, yeah, this maybe came out in like 2021, so a couple years old now. I don't know what it retailed for. I'm imagining it probably retailed for $20, $25, something like there, maybe $30. I'm not really sure. $30 is what I paid, and with the perspective of 2023 now and price increases, and then maybe price increases coming in 2024 potentially, this feels like a extraordinarily good deal and a great set. I mean, I think there's tons of cool stuff here, so that's really lovely. But the first thing we'll take a look at are the minifigures here. And so we do get a Spider-Man in the blue suit here. Nothing on the legs or the midsection, but we do have nice arm printing there. So that looks really good. So the arms kind of have blue, and then they have you know, the web design and everything on the arms as well. So it's nice to see that. Spider-Man does come with these projectile web blasts here, but the torso is really good, and we got like the nice spider web going all throughout the red. We got some like muscle definition in there. Again, arm printing. Looking at the back, we have a nice logo here, printing on the back of the head, and the printing on the front of the head is good too. The eyes could be a bit whiter, like brighter white. I think Jang Lego Reviews and Jang Bricks or whatever talks about the opacity sometimes when Lego prints like white on a darker colored plastic. Sometimes they don't go heavy enough, I believe, or the white is too transparent, so it's not opaque enough. It should be maybe a little starker white there, but this is a very nice Spider-Man figure. I don't know if I have a Spider-Man in the like blue like this. I'm not positive, but I'll talk more about that later. The next one we have is a Ghost Rider here. Kind of looks like he has sort of a metallic-like face here. I'm not super used to seeing that. I think this is a different one than the came in that Ghost Rider mech bike set, but I'm not sure. We kind of have a racing sort of torso. That doesn't scream Ghost Rider to me, but maybe I don't know exactly what it's referencing, but that's okay. Nothing on the arms, nothing on the midsection, nothing on the legs. The back is just fine, back of a top. This head is dual molded with this hairpiece here, so that's very cool to get, and the printing on the head is pretty good as well. I think there's lots of tiny details on the face here, so that's good. And the last one, the one I was particularly excited about, is this Carnage minifigure here. So for Carnage, we got really great printing for the torso. There is printing on the midsection, and there's printing on the legs, including down to the feet there, which is great. There is no printing on the arms. Could have used that. That would have really made this an excellent figure. And the eyes, again, similar to Spider-Man's, just that white printing on the red is so-so. Could be a little starker, but this one looks pretty good. The eyes are bigger, a little bolder. But that the printing on the face is really nice. Nice definition for all the teeth. If we look at the back of the head here, there's even printing on the back of the head, which is great. Sort of some vein, venomy stuff going back there, which is nice. And it does have kind of this Doc Ock style accessory that goes between the minifigure head and the torso on the neck there. And we have some like I don't know what else to call them except for like venom or like symbiote extensions that Carnage has here. So I will remove that so we can see the back of the torso. So now you can see what the back of the torso looks like. So we still have that sort of venomized, veiny looking Carnage printing on the back. So that's really great. I'm not sure if this is the same Carnage that is in the Daily Bugle, and I'm not sure what other sets he came in, but I know that I do not have a Carnage, so very, very nice to get that, and I think it's a good representation and fun here, so that's nice. And then the rest of this build is this vehicle, so we have like a 6-wide kind of maybe a Charger or Challenger Mustang-esque. It reminds me very much of Dom's car from Fast and Furious, which is, there's a Speed Champions version of that. It reminds me a little bit of the Batman with Robert Pattinson Batmobile and its general shaping and using some of these blasts here, but this is really, really cool. It's really well done. It's simple. There's only 212 pieces in this set, but it's longer than I believe like an older style Speed Champions is, like a 6-wide Speed Champions. I think this is bigger. We do have some forward rake there, which is nice. And there are bigger wheels on the back. I did have some trouble spinning the back wheels because it's so close here. There's very little gap, and sometimes that wheel can get a little bit in there, but there's just not much clearance on either side. Playing with it, rolling it around, I think it's no problem, but that is something to think about there. And the build for this was really interesting. Used some cool techniques. Some stuff is put on, clipped on upside down, clipped on, and then studded on, which is nice. It's good studs on the side building. It does use the older style of the stud shooters that can only shoot studs, not tiles, and they kind of act as like that part of the engine that I can never remember the name of, or I guess I never knew the name of it, that kind of sticks out of the hood there, like on Dom's car, Dom's Charger from Fast and Furious. And so this really reminds me of that, but I think it's a really smart design to like have that it fits stylistically like that, but then also has a play feature in being these stud shooters. Now, the way this is set up right now, when the Ghost Rider is in this, because I imagine this is kind of his vehicle here, he's going to have trouble seeing out of the windscreen there. So let me pop him in there, because he also sits very, very deep in there. And maybe he's not supposed to sit at all. Maybe he's supposed to stand, but if he stood up, I don't know if I can close it. So let's see what we can do here. Stood up, no, that's not going to close. So if I sit him down, do have a steering wheel in there, which is out fine. That's nice. So sitting down like that, pop on the windscreen and the roof, so you can see him. He's pretty low in there, and his eye line is very much obstructed by this. With the forward rake taken into account, it's still, not very realistic, but that's not a huge issue for me on a set like this. This is a 7+, I believe. That doesn't bother me too much, and he can fit in there, and Spider-Man could be studded down somewhere else potentially, or whatever. So I think this is great. We do have some like translucent here. This is where some stuff's kind of upside down. This kind of like, not drum lacquered silver, but kind of a silvery gray here. Nice use of piece for the grill there. Like I said, this is all nice. Inside we have a steering wheel, center, just right in the center there. These are also not quite metallic silver, not quite like drum lacquered, but they are, they're not just a normal gray there. Going at the back, we have some more stuff back here. We got some tiles for lights there, and everything feels tiled out and very nice. The overall shaping is pretty simple, but pretty good. So that's nice to see. And we can see why there's some rake here. These are separated by a plate difference. The ones at the the back is a plate higher than at the front axle, but then also the bigger wheels contribute to that as well. And then this set comes with some extra stuff. So right now it is kitted out with these orange translucent like blast elements that come in a bag all together with the Batman Penguin Chase set that I referenced earlier from the Batman with Robert Pattinson. It came with like light blue translucent ones, and I think that I've encountered these in other colors in other sets, including maybe even the Miles Morales Morbius car set that this feels somewhat similar to that, and I'm going to make reference to that again when I talk about value here. But so it has these extra bits here. We got like one on the thing there, one on the wheel over here. All these are not like identical. They have different size ones there and different size ones on the back. So those are potentially like Flame from Ghost Rider's vehicle here, which is really nice color choices. Then it feels like they thought about that they were gonna have those options put on there, so they even made sure that the pieces that will be exposed because of it are kind of in theme here. But you can take those off, and normally it has this 1x2 kind of slope here, and I'll just pop up all of them so we can see what it looks like without them. At the back we also put one of these on, and over on the other side we will do the same. So you do get those pieces, and let me get this one off. Whoops. There we go. And now this doesn't even have to look like a superhero vehicle at all. It could maybe be its own kind of vehicle. This could be easily modified to not have this here. I don't know if you could modify it to recess that down a little more, but that's easy enough to put on and off. There's just a jumper there and these couple studs there, but that's nice. We can even see some other kind of silvery metallic-y gray vent pieces in there, which you can kind of barely see when this is on there, but it's a nice effect. So it's a good attention to detail there. And now this is just a very nice kind of, it's like 6 wide plus because of the wheels sticking out a little bit, and a really nice vehicle. If a little bit long for traditional city vehicles, but still really cool. And then you do get all these extra blast pieces. You get these translucent cone piece here to put on the side. You get another translucent stud as well as this clip piece to put on the side, so you get 2 of each of those. And then I have this loaded up with some translucent studs in the stud shooters. You get technically you get like, 3 more of those. You get the ones that are used on the bottom of these 1x1 clip pieces, and then you do get like 1 extra even for that's in kind of the extra pieces there. So that's nice. You can kind of transform it. It reminds me of a little bit of like Ninjago Evo stuff or EVO things, where you might have this vehicle might be one way, but maybe when Ghost Rider, gets angry or something, and then you kit it out with all of these extra parts. And I think it's pretty interesting because this could be a passable vehicle when you have all of the black pieces tiled on there, and that's really, really nice. And so that's great. I bought this set for, well, I'll show the rest of the extra pieces here. Besides the ones that I already showed, like these two aren't used even when you kit it out a little bit, but maybe these could be minifigure accessories or something else, so it's always nice to get those. Those come in just a prepackaged thing. But here are the rest of the extra pieces. Your 1x1s, extra trigger for the old school style of stud shooter, extra stud there, 1x1s, translucent tiles, plates, all of that good stuff. So this set is retired. I don't know what it retailed for. I'm just guessing $20, $25, $30. Probably 25 is a pretty good guess in 2021, but I'm not sure. Could have been more. Could have been much more. I don't know. I paid $30 for this. It was sealed. And it's 212 pieces. So for $30, 212 pieces, it's not a great price per piece, right? A lot of this is just black pieces, gray pieces, pretty basic pieces, nothing too specialized, no weird recolors or anything like that. But you do get the blast pieces. And you get 3 minifigures that are pretty popular characters that are maybe not so common. I don't know how rare Carnage is, but I didn't have one, and I was super glad to get that. And I don't know what these go for. Like if I were to sell Carnage on Bricklink individually, how much he'd be worth. I imagine $5 is a good starting point. Potentially he's worth, a lot more than that. And for Spidey and for Ghost Rider, I'd have to double check as well. But my instinct is, like my gut feeling is that there's a lot of value in just minifigures here. Not to mention the actual build and the actual vehicle that could be easily, like I said, repurposed for some other use that does not Spider-Man themed. So I was totally happy paying what I paid for this to get a retired sealed set with great characters, really good minifigures. The Carnage one especially because of the leg printing and everything, but the other two are quite good as well. And then I like building vehicles. This reminds me a little bit of other Spider-Man vehicles I've done, Batmobiles I've done, a little bit of Speed Champions, a little bit of city vehicles. It's kind of in this weird sort of mill zone here. I believe that Miles Morales Morbius set, which kind of has like a Speed Champions light 8 wide car, and has Miles Morales and the Morbius figures. I think that one retailed for $30, and it was maybe 250 pieces. And then I think the Batman with Robert Pattinson and Colin Farrell as the Penguin, that Batmobile Penguin chase set I think retailed for $30, but had maybe 300 or 400 pieces, and was quite a bit bigger than the Miles Morales car. And I think you could get those on sale somewhat, which maybe brings them down to 20. Either way, those are kind of my reference points to look at this. And when comparing against those, I think I got a really great deal on this, and I'm very happy about that. So I think there's great value here. I don't know what's the upper limit of how much I would pay for this is, or what they go for used or what they go for sealed or whatever. It just, in my mind, $30 seemed totally reasonable and maybe even a good value. Now, if this set was released today, I do wonder what it would be priced at. It's potentially the car would be a little different. Maybe they would make it 8 wide. Maybe they would do it a little differently, but 3 minifigures of IP like this, and sometimes Spider-Man sets can be a little overpriced, or maybe more of a intellectual property tax than even Batman sets or something like that, because Spider-Man is very, very popular. But I think this is great. You know, it's not terribly advanced. It's easy enough to put together. It's quick, 212 pieces, but this is a good size vehicle. Like I say, I think it's longer than the older 6-wide Speed Champions a little bit, and I'm very happy with it. Very happy with the minifigures here. So really, really nice. Really great. It was a great find for me. So I am extremely happy with that. So I like it. If you like this video, please consider clicking that thumbs up and giving it a like. And if you like my other videos on this channel, please consider clicking the subscribe button so you can stay up to date on all the LEGO videos I'll be doing here in the future, including more LEGO Marvel, more LEGO Spider-Man, just LEGO superheroes, and then tons of other LEGO sets from all different themes, all different shapes, sizes, price points, piece counts, tons of different stuff. So subscribe so you don't miss it. And if you want to support this channel, the best way to do that is over at the SoBricks Patreon, which is patreon.com/SoBricks. And over there, you can join for as little as $2 a month or $5 a month or $10 a month or whatever, and get access to all my videos early, get access to some exclusive videos, like a video I'm going to be doing about the Ninjago City Gardens coming up soon. And I already have some other exclusives over there. And then I have a lot of other stuff in the works, so maybe consider checking that out. It is appreciated. And with all of that said, until next time, thanks. Bye.